Dear citizens of India, please watch this video. Today is the 78th Independence Day of India, but I'm sorry to say that we are not independent. In a country where women are raped and murdered in their duty hours in the hospital, I don't think we call it as independence. I wanted to share a story with you that happened last week. The story is from RG Medical College and Hospital, Kolkata. A second-year chest medicine resident who was 31 years old was working in a department. She had a 36-hour duty, and at the end of the 36-hour duty at around 2 a.m., she took some rest and lie down for a bit. She went into the seminar room. In most government colleges and hospitals, there is no doctor's room provided. So we have to find places to sleep in the middle of our night duties. Because in a duty of 36 hours, our human body needs rest as well. She went inside the seminar hall at 2 a.m. in the night. But unfortunately, she never came back. In the morning, her semi-nude dead body with multiple wounds was found in the seminar hall where she went. And the authorities had the guts to call the parents and tell them that this girl had committed suicide. Even a blind man could see that this was not suicide. After 3 hours, the parents stood outside the seminar hall where their girl struggled the night before, but they were denied entry. After much request, when they finally saw her, this is how they described her.
हाथ जोड़ती रही माँ बाप, हाथ जोड़ते रहे, हमें एक बार दिखाओ, हमारी बच्ची का मुंह एक बार दिखाओ। हमको नहीं दिखाया गया। 3 घंटे तक खड़े रहने के बाद ये दोनों हस्बैंड वाइफ अंदर जाते हैं सेमिनार रूम में और ये पापा फोटो खींच के लाके मुझे दिखाते हैं। शरीर में कोई कपड़ा नहीं था, पैर दोनों राइट एंगल में मिला गया। राइट एंगल में एक पांव बेड के इस तरफ, एक पांव बेड के इस तरफ मिला गया। जब तक पेल्विक गर्डल नहीं टूटता है, इस तरह 2 पांव को नहीं चीरा जा सकता है। चश्मे को कूटा गया, जिसके वजह से आंखों से खून निकल गया, दबाकर मारा गया। ये पूरा पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट में वायरल हुआ है, आप लोग कृपया देखिए।
The autopsy was conducted and the details of the autopsy will shock you. When I first read this report, I had tears down my eyes, seeing how cruel and how inhumane humans have become. She had multiple wounds all over her body. She was throttled, she was smothered, and she was brutally raped. There were pieces of glass in her eyes. On her face, there were multiple scratch marks, and her vagina was bleeding. Her pelvic girdle was broken. Her legs moved in such a position that would not be possible without this fracture. Around 150 grams of semen was extracted from her uterus. It suggests this was a gang rape. Imagine what she must have felt in those last few moments of her life, when she was struggling to breathe, when she was struggling to see, when she was struggling to break free. Was the medical education worth it? Was all the years of hard work to become a doctor worth it so that you will one day be raped and murdered in your own hospital during the duty hours? What is more problematic was how the management tried to cover this up by calling it a suicide. After public pressure, the postmortem was conducted and the postmortem findings were released to the public. The police found one suspect named Sanjay Roy. He was apparently a civic volunteer and had access to multiple departments of the hospital. He was seen entering the seminar hall at around the same time when this allegedly happened. This man had apparently married 4 different times and 3 of his wives left him because of physical abuse and torture, and the 4th one apparently died of cancer. In his mobile phone, police found pornographic videos that were brutal and violent. This person, after allegedly raping and murdering a young resident doctor working in her own hospital, went back home and slept. But my question is this: is he really the culprit, or is he just being used as a scapegoat for something else? There is no way that all of these injuries were sustained by just a single person. And by the amount of semen that was extracted from her uterus and vagina, it was clear that this is a gang rape. I'm pretty sure many people with political power are involved within this case, and that's why the administration and the government is trying to hide it. At the time of making this video, the case was handed over to the CBI, but the RG Medical College was hell-bent on destroying all evidence. The seminar room in which this heinous act was conducted was completely destroyed on the basis of renovation just few days after this girl had suffered, in order to destroy and tamper with the evidence. And not just that, just yesterday on the 14th of August 2024, a mob of around 1,000 people stormed RG Medical College and destroyed a lot of the building. Almost all the evidence has been destroyed and the Kolkata police were incapable of handling this. The doctors inside their hostels were scared for their lives.
हम लोग आरजीकर के डॉक्टर्स हैं और हम लोग एक जो भी आरजीकर में जो घटना हुई है उसके लिए प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे थे कुछ दिनों से, और बाहर एकदम से बहुत सारा मॉब इकट्ठा हो गया और पुलिस उनको रोक नहीं पाई और वो पूरा मॉब अंदर घुस गया। हम लोग अपनी जान बचा के भागे हैं। उन लोगों ने किसी को देखा नहीं। जो जो भी वीडियोस आ रहे हैं या जो भी बातें सुनने में आ रही है, जो उनके सामने आ रहा था उनको मार रहे थे। हम पेशेंट पार्टी सबको उन्होंने मारना स्टार्ट कर दिया। डॉक्टर्स को भी बहुत ज़्यादा चोट लगी है। कोई इधर, सब लोग अलग अलग जगह छुपे हुए हैं। जैसे आप देख ही रहे, हम लोग भी एक जगह पे छुपे हुए हैं। और जितनी भी गर्ल्स थी, जितनी फीमेल डॉक्टर्स थी, उन पे भी उन्होंने जितने भी वो लोग थे अटैक किया है। सब लोग अपनी अलग अलग जगह छुपे हुए हैं। हम लोग उनसे कुछ फ्रंट में घुस गए वो लोग, और लेडीज हॉस्टल में भी घुस गए और बॉयज हॉस्टल में घुस गए और पूरा इमरजेंसी उन्होंने तोड़ दिया। गायनी वार्ड में घुस गए, हर जगह इमरजेंसी इज टोटली वैंडलाइज। टोटली हम लोग की हेल्प नहीं कर पा रहा है। ये एक कंप्लीट फेलियर है पुलिस का और जो भी गवर्नमेंट है उसका, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का। पेशेंट्स को मारा, डॉक्टर्स को मारा, अब और क्या रह गया है। मैं आप लोगों से यही अपील करता हूँ कि प्लीज इस मैसेज को, इस वीडियो को आप जितना शेयर कर सकते करिए और प्लीज हमारी मदद कीजिए।
Today is a black day for the medical fraternity of India, and not just the medical fraternity but all Indians. If the victims of this particular case are not found and not punished in time, I would have lost the faith in the judiciary system of India, just like I have lost faith in every other authority that rules this country. What must the victims' relatives be feeling? What must the loved ones of this victim be feeling? A girl child is born into your home. It is such a beautiful experience. Everybody is so happy seeing all the small steps from childhood. पापा मैंने 10th पास कर दिया, मैंने 12th पास कर दिया. I've cleared my all India PMT test. I've cleared my MBBS. After years of hard work, I've cleared my NEET PG, and finally I'm working as a resident doctor in a big city, in a big hospital where apparently I'll be safe. And one day you are on a 36 hours call, tired, and you go into the seminar hall just for sleeping for a few minutes. And what do you get? Brutal rape and murder. And everybody is against you. The authorities are against you. The police is of no use. And people with political powers manipulating everything to be safe. Every single year there are so many cases of residents being attacked while on duty and off duty. There are no provisions made by any government hospitals for doctors to rest during their work times. I myself have slept in my car, in the blood bank, in different odd places of the hospital, even in the hospital ward's bed, and I was extremely tired after my duties. This overwork and toxic culture of the medical field has to come to an end. After all, this is just another job. This is not your life. To all the girls who are watching this video, I want to give a message to all of you. Don't expect anything to happen from the administrative side. Nobody will protect you. There will be no laws, and even if the laws are strict enough, the animals, the rapists who are watching this video will still be rapists. They do not spare neonates, they do not spare infants, they do not spare adolescent girls, not doctors working on duty, not elderly grandmas, and not dead bodies. The animals of this country will rape anything and anyone. So it is your job to be more secure, to be more safe, because in the end, the only person standing with you is yourself. Deny the work if you feel it is unsafe, or life above anything else. And a lot of NEET aspirants also follow me. I know this case may be disheartening to you. I know it might feel like whatever work you are doing is absolutely useless. What is it even worth studying 12 hours every day trying to crack an examination if what the future holds for you? And trust me, I am feeling the same way. Just 2 days back, I have given my NEET PG examination. And after the exam has ended, all I have done is spoke about this matter on every social media platform I've got, because I cannot stop thinking about it. In every conversation, in every call, on every person-to-person meet, this is something which is being discussed. And it is sending shivers down my spine every time I'm imagining that girl being through such a hard time during the final moments of her life. There are a lot of flaws with the medical system, and such instances will not stop from this one particular incident. In the future, I am sure many such instances will happen, because this is the fate of our country. We are the rape capital of the world. If you are really absolutely sure you want to get into medicine in India, only then go with it. Otherwise, there are many beautiful options out there for careers which are much more safe, which are much more secure, rather than getting into this toxic, unsafe, overworked, stressed culture of being a doctor in India. I really hope justice is served for this case, and if it is not served in the quickest way possible, just know that this country is not worth living in. A country which does not care about you is a country which you should not care about as well. Share this video to every person you know. If they are not aware of this case, it is your responsibility to make them aware about this case. Protest as much as possible and let your voices not go silent. This is the time where you have to raise your voice against such cruelty and such violence which is happening in our country. That is it. Jai Hind.